And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
Violence breeds violence. Repression breeds retaliation. And only a cleansing of our wholesome society can we remove this sickness from our souls.
Those folks who were responsible have been held accountable.
Develops weapons of mass destruction. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society.
And welcome back to another episode of the WRK podcast, where we ask the questions, but at the end of the day, who really knows? As always, I'm your host, AJ, here with my good friends Dylan and Michael.
What's up? Live on a Wednesday, baby.
We're joined in studio with Sad Little Robot. How's it going, Sad Little Robot?
Pretty damn good.
Hell yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was just seeing if you would still
We got the
respond to that.
whole crew here, bro. The whole squad.
Yeah, and today we're here to talk about something might come off controversial. Probably shouldn't. I don't know. I'm not your moral compass. But before we jump into this episode, follow us on Twitter at WKPod, Instagram at WKPodcast. Follow us on Patreon. Subscribe, patreon.com/WKPod. Help us get a, you can yourself buy a camera for the Sad Little Robot.
Yes.
So just throwing that out there. If you want to watch the show grow, just do it. And outside of that, hit up our YouTube page, youtube.com/notwkpod, because not enough of you have shown us the love yet. So if you're watching live on YouTube or watching post back on YouTube, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, and even
Punch
if
that
you're-
notification bell.
If you're a Spotify only guy, do us a favor. Just go to YouTube once in your life. Once in your miserable little life. Just go to YouTube and subscribe.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to talk down to you like football coaches until you give us what we want, and then we're going to reward you with more content, premium content.
Yes. That's free, by the way. We should be charging billions of dollars for this, but we don't.
Billions with a B.
Billions. Not yet trillions. We're not there yet, but billions of free content. Billions of dollars worth of content. Sorry, we're just getting started. I haven't done my vocal warm-ups.
All for free. All for free. But yeah, just, follow us. Not home.
Oh, I keep sipping. Man, I'm a loud sipper. Sorry, y'all.
You just had to bring it up.
It's gonna take me a second. It's gonna take me a second. For those at home, I'm a loud sipper. Just you won't have to deal with it the rest of the show. Problem solved.
Not trying to make this the worst show that anyone has ever watched or listened to, but do any of those fuckers ever sip a beer and it's super fucking loud?
Yeah, it's like I'm gurgling cum. And I don't want people to think I'm gurgling cum in the background.
But you usually are.
Yeah, just not on camera, okay?
What we do off cameras, we fill Dylan's beer cans up with cum.
You ever hear, what is it, Mike? Bloodhound Gang. My dad says that's for pussies.
Yeah.
What is it? Gurgling cum is how they make light beer.
Probably.
Gargling cum is how they make, yep. Straight from Bloodhound Gang's mouth, so you know it's true.
Jimmy Pop was never wrong. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yes. All right, Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. All right, yeah. So this is where I get annoyed when it comes to stuff like this. Up until last week, 70% of Americans that were inclined to take polls agreed that we should pull our troops out of Afghanistan. That changed very quickly. Seems everyone wants to play the blame game. It's like that, yeah, but you were all for it last week. Like, what are we doing here? Like, why
Why the switching heart?
you're gonna take a fucking cheap win? It just pisses me off a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Right. But does it do, I mean, in some way, does it do a good thing? Like, do people say, you know, that instead of wanting to be wrong about it, they'll start to hate Biden? People who like
Well,
him?
I think that's what they're... Well, I don't think it's people that liked him. It's people that supported the decision because it was Trump's idea, and Biden went through with it, and now it's blowing up in the face of the Biden administration, and Trumpers are like, oh, fuck you, Biden, you piece of shit. We told you that. And it's like, no... Betty, last week we took a poll and you said that you were all for it. Sweetheart, sit down. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, so, when you guys first talked to me, brought up the idea and you said Afghanistan animation, I looked that up thinking like, okay, what is this topic? And I got some really weird cartoons, some really weird animations, and I was like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Chimpo, dude.
I was very, very confused. Does that actually have something to do with
No,
that?
not at
Okay,
all.
I was
Not at
very
all.
much confused when I looked that up and saw really
not
weird
at all.
animations, and everyone was so on board for the episode, and I was just like, so we're talking about really bad anime. Like, what is going on? But yeah, after...
Dylan just closes his laptop. Well, my notes are not going to be useful today.
Yeah, so we're talking about the Taliban.
So we're not talking about Johnny Bananas. We're not talking about Johnny Bananas today. That's not a thing? All right.
Yeah, zero notes. Zero notes. I'm done. I should just leave. I have nothing to contribute. Unless you guys want to talk about Afghanistan animation.
Oh, you could.
I mean, I'm good on that.
All right, then.
Just look it up for yourself. If you're that curious, just look it up for yourself.
Yeah, do that. So, since September 11th, 2001, the United States Army has killed more than... all right, let me rephrase that. Since on September 11th, 3,000-ish Americans died in the World Trade Center attack. Since then, the United States has killed, in the name of those 3,000 people, over 100 times that amount of people. But it's probably closer, like, 200 times that amount of people. I'm just going off the rough estimate from the Pentagon. Like, oh, yeah, we probably killed,
Fudging numbers a couple times.
Yeah,
fuck
we
it.
that wasn't our bomb,
Yeah.
but really it was our bomb kind of shit.
Yeah.
So how do we stop this occupational terrorism? Let's stop occupying countries that don't want to be occupied.
Yeah, exactly.
If you look at what happened in Afghanistan the day we decided to pull out our troops, you realize, wow, they really didn't want what we were trying to push on them for the
Exactly.
last 20 years.
Exactly.
Not a single bullet was fired during the takeover from the Taliban.
Shoot, man.
I mean, I saw footage of streets of people. I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm very new to this, topic. I'm not very informed on the whole situation, so I have questions. But one of the articles read with the video was open gunfire on crowd of people holding up Afghanistan flags, and you would hear the gunshots. But when I was looking for the blood splatter and the dead bodies, and I saw a guy with a gun shooting straight in the air. So I'm wondering if it was just a way of, hurting cattle.
Well, when I say that not a shot was fired, not a shot was fired in protest of the Taliban takeover.
Okay.
No,
It
they were
just-
shooting thousands of bullets, dude, just straight up in there, dude.
But then people started...
Because they knew that they were going to get 10 times the bullets when they fucking
yeah.
got to Kabul.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Kabul, however the fuck you pronounce it.
Rye Rizzle 319, thank you for joining us, my dude. 319 might be local. Hell yeah, brother. But yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like, is this just fucking fake propaganda they're trying to send out or some shit,
Probably goes both ways.
Like,
Yeah.
Just like
I don't
me.
know.
Little
I don't
bit.
know. It was...
Catch me after enough rumpies.
It was
You know?
it was a very weird thing to read into, and yeah, like you guys said, I was very confused on the whole topic. Like, which side are we supporting? Like we're still like the American government's on the Afghan side still, right? Like trying to get all the people in power out. Like that's who they're getting.
We had the people in power. Yeah,
and
we spent the last 20 years
Taliban,
building up their government.
The Taliban didn't want that.
And then our army left, and their government was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go too." And the president's like, "Yeah, I got like 2 gold-plated Mercedes and 2 helicopters. I'm gonna fucking go to Iran."
Hell yeah, our boy Rye Rizzle from Tama. What up, dude? But another thing I had, which I need to just ask this before we start, when we decide to pull out and we let them take over, was that something that we would know was going to happen? Is there some way that we pulled out for some benefit of, like, the government pulled out for some benefit to them? Is there any play? Like, I just sit there and wonder why they would pull out without a reason that would benefit them. I don't know. That's just
we like gave them a bunch of guns and a bunch of military items, and we were supposed to they're okay. Do this shit for yourself now. And then once we fucking left, they
okay. So they were like, don't worry, Biden. Like, we promise we're gonna protect all your guns and your weapons and shit.
Supposedly, it wasn't really like a protecting.
It's more of a use these to protect yourself.
It just seems like an investment that we would have wanted to.
It's basically like the plot of Home Alone, except for like Macaulay Culkin couldn't fend the robbers off.
Yeah,
and that's like the dumbest down version of what's happening in Afghanistan right now that I can come up with.
It just seems weird to me. Like, I don't know. You think they would have had a better understanding of what would happen?
Okay, well let me.
There were a lot of agencies telling them that it was a really poor plan.
That's also what I heard, yeah.
Oh, let me say this. Magician always, distracts the crowd somehow. What are they doing around? What are they doing
right now
in the U.S. right now? And in D.C. What kind of shit are they fucking planning
up
there?
What bill are they? What bill are they trying to pass?
Yeah, that's what
now?
we need. We need to be looking at the bill being passed right now. What the fuck are they trying to pass?
Well, not only
now?
that. So literally, like 8 days ago, when the decision to withdraw the troops was like approved or whatever, without letting the defense secretaries know the whole plan, literally everyone was in the dark on this whole thing. Nothing was in plan. Embassies weren't informed of what was going on. That's why they were evacuated from helicopter the day after the troops were gone.
Right.
Like, it's but 8 days before that, guess what we did? We blew up a middle school full of women and children.
Awesome.
In Afghanistan, and they were like, "All right, time to pull out. Got to get one last nut off.
Let's make them real fucking mad.
You gotta get off one more nut before you fucking pull out. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, you don't ever pull out.
Hey, so this is a comment that kind of I was thinking of too, but Rod Rizzo just said, think it was on purpose to continue the war on terror. Biden wrote the Patriot Act that passed after 9/11. Is that another? Is it a thing that they could want the Taliban to take over, so we have another reason to just go for war and make money off of war?
Oh, of
because
course.
we make
well,
money.
yeah,
we
the war in the Middle East is never ending and we talked about it before on the show. We're continually recreating enemies out of. All right, well, we created the Taliban. What do we do to fight the Taliban? Or no, we created Al Qaeda.
AJ gets the word of the day.
I forgot.
You what?
So I forgot it.
Hey, hell yeah, bro. That's awesome. So you created it and you accidentally said it?
Yeah.
What was the word?
Al Qaeda.
Oh, God. Well, we were definitely bound to say that at some point.
I feel like we might need to have Al choose the new word of the day. I like it when you say it.
Yeah,
that might be a good idea, actually, bro. I think that's great.
What, you guys think that's a better idea than my fucking boner pill idea? That's fucking
baby.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you guys didn't take yours?
I forgot about it.
Oh, I shouldn't have worn such tight pants today.
My
Hell yeah.
enzeme is gonna make me coon.
Hey, we're taking a word of the day shot. If you haven't been here before, grab a shot somewhere. And
if you're listening on the road, pull over.
Yes,
take
yes,
a shot.
yeah. If you're on the road, definitely make sure to take a shot. You don't want to miss this.
Of Canadia's finest black velvet.
Yuck, I'm gonna throw up. So if you hear me throw
Don't
it up,
do it. Don't even fake it.
call the cops.
If you can't drink a soda.
God, I don't know why.
Been a while since. It's been like 7 days since I've taken a shot of black
I
velvet.
don't know what it is about
Fuck.
the taste of black velvet. Yikes.
Oh, well, where was I go? Oh, okay. So we created Al Qaeda, and then we created the Taliban to fight Al Qaeda, and then we created ISIS to fight the Taliban, and it's just this never-ending cycle of, I am Enigma Montoya. You've killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
All this just repeating cycle of we're creating these enemies in the Middle East to justify staying there longer because they're then go to war with one and they're like, oh yeah, now we're allies with Al Qaeda again. Oh yeah, now we're allies with the Taliban again.
Right.
It's just a never-ending cycle.
Well, I mean, war increases your gross domestic product, like always. I mean, that's a notorious thing. So, especially right now after COVID and everything, with the way that our economy is trying to increase GDP after the labor shortage and everything like that, it's pretty plausible that some Republican somewhere is going to try to get Congress to sign a bill to go to war. I bet.
That's what I was.
Well, they don't even have to.
Thinking.
The last like 7 wars we've been in haven't even gone through Congress yet.
These aren't wars, guys. They're conflicts.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, so was Vietnam, but that still went through Congress.
Yeah.
That was my
They
my
only
number
called it
one
a conflict
thought.
though because we didn't win. That's the.
Look what happened here.
Yeah, dude, that's why I was like totally thinking. I'm like, bro, this just feels so like there's just a reason. Everything that ever happens
dude,
is like
planned
there's a
as
reason.
fuck.
Like I don't know anything about the topic that well. Like I don't really understand the conflicts and quotations, overseas and everything, but like it just always, even with the little knowledge that I have and how stupid I am, I still get that alert in my brain.
You get that achy feeling in your fucking gut.
Yeah, dude. I
just
can't help it.
sense.
Well, I
my
mean,
dude.
dude, there's literally footage of Hillary Clinton bragging about how we created the Taliban back in the day when she was Secretary of Defense or Secretary of State. Secretary of State. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, you remember that video of the Taliban cutting off that person's head? That was me.
Well, and
I was
then, dude, and then they like those ISIS beheading videos got tracked down from fucking forensic footage. Got tracked down to a recording studio in the UK that was run by the BBC. So like a bunch of those ISIS beheading videos were fake videos shot on a fucking green screen in a recording studio in the BBC headquarters.
But was it shot in 4K? That's what I'm curious about.
That is fucking propaganda, man. When you see a fucking ISIS beheading video,
right,
and it has better video quality than the porn you watch,
yeah,
you know that shit's fake. You know that shit's fake as fuck.
So another thing, dude, Rye Riz was my man because I fucking didn't have notes, but he's just bringing up everything I wanted to talk about, bro. I'm loving it. So he's talking about the poppy fields that we've been guarding for the last 20 years. What's the deal with that now that we're going to supposedly not have control of those? Did we just take all the drugs and go? So let them come in, we take the drugs, and then we reinvade or something? I don't know.
Well, the Taliban's been trying to burn the fucking poppy fields for 20 years now.
Yeah,
they don't want Afghanistan's main export to be fucking heroin.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, well, I mean, it's against their fucking religion, being devout Muslims.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that was something that really.
The only reason the poppy fields in Afghanistan have continued to thrive for the last 20 years is because of the protection of the United States government.
I wonder what happens when, what would happen if we lost that? Let's say we didn't, earlier and we didn't have
Florida would sell a lot less fucking
crack.
Well, not crack. They would sell a lot less painkillers.
The United States is 80% of the
world's
opiates.
Opioids or what's the difference?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the
that's
difference.
That's like the chemical in opiates.
And we've been actually on a steady rise for like opioid overdoses since it started, and it looks like 2015 through 2019 it like really spiked. So I don't know. I'm gonna call the CIA and ask them about that. Real quick.
True. Hey, let's ask him right now. CIA guy Tom,
Yeah, what's up?
what's
Hey,
going
how's it
on?
going?
The hell's going on?
We're just we're protecting these fields.
Is this Tom from MySpace?
Yeah, I work for the CIA.
He always did.
He probably did though.
He always did.
I know who your top 8 are, bitch.
Yeah, I do.
Damn, my top 8.
Your top 8,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
fucking mine, bitch.
Damn.
I remember being on the
Wow.
top 5 of one of my friends, and it made me feel awesome. And it was Austin, so that's that
That's a low.
was a
ball.
long shot.
That's a low.
He
ball.
only had the 5 friends.
I wasn't
though.
that. I wasn't popular growing up. I switched schools around. I didn't really have the main clique anywhere I went. So I was, be on one person's top 5. That was pretty badass. Not gonna lie. I don't give into social media nowadays, but I'm not gonna lie. That felt pretty cool. Being that was the shit back then.
You know what else is badass? Not suicide.
Do you think Afghanistan and the Taliban were in the U.S.'s top 5? Like they're on their MySpace?
Yeah.
Back in the day, of
Top
course,
top
dude.
5 friends and enemies list.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
Oh, did they have the top 5? Did they have that?
No.
Oh. Damn, that's crazy.
It's like, here's your top 5 friends and
Yes.
here's your bottom 5 friends. And it's like, I only got 10, bro.
Why isn't that a thing, dude?
You're making me put someone on the spot right now.
Hey, if you're out there, man, I will say it right now. I will only use your social media platform if you add a bottom 5 friends in there.
These are the people I hate the most. It's fucking hilarious.
So yeah, us 3 have known about the United States military guarding poppy fields in Afghanistan for several years now, since we started talking about even starting the show. Our resident new guy just found out about it the other day.
The article I was sent was also a very good article. That was a very nice article that our sad little robot sent me. I really liked that article. At first, the article about
It's one of those things that really like gets in your brain where you start, oh, dude, the U.S. government's up to some really weird.
But what was the guy? What was the guy's name? What was the guy's name? Tillman?
Zach Tillman, I think.
Tillman? Yeah. Yeah, that was a great article. Bro, the whole page itself, the article itself was, somewhat long, but the whole page was like 2/3 bigger than the article, and I thought I was about to read like the Bible. I thought I was about to read like fucking Moby Dick or something. Like I thought I was in for a long read, but it wasn't that bad. But it was a very good article though. Very awesome article. I wish we had the exact article because it was, I don't know. If anyone wanted to read and watch the videos, it was very informative. And
It's Pat Tillman. Was shot 3 times in the head by himself with someone else's rifle, which is very hard to do, by the way. You gotta have, fucking Stretch Armstrong arms
yeah.
to shoot yourself in the forehead 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you miss the first 2 times, the third time is for sure. It has to be. Third time's a
It's
charm.
even harder if you hit.
Yeah.
That was that football player, right?
No, it was he was in the army. I can't remember what rank he was. I didn't put it in my notes.
But Pat Tillman was a football player that joined the army.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, executed by a NATO
He
rifle.
looked buff. That guy looked like a monster. If that guy was walking down the street, I'd just fucking get on my knees and pray. Be like, oh my God, you massive looking dude.
Big Chad.
His
Thunder
neck
cock.
looked bigger than my fucking forehead, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Sad he had to go. Sad he was killed. Don't kill me for saying that.
That dude.
Yeah, dude. Fucking looks like a fucking badass. But yeah, what I was reading in the article and stuff, it was talking about how they were changing the story of how he died. Like they kept changing up the story, I guess, saying there was no, like, friendly fire. There was snipers nearby when they first said there weren't guarding snipers nearby. Shit like, I don't know, just says they kept changing their story up on it and how he died. And it's like, It's like that's the first thing you do when you commit a crime is make sure everyone's on the same fucking page.
Yeah.
You make sure the story
Well,
is
it's
the
hard to
same.
make sure people are on the same page when a new party gets elected every fucking, 2 years.
Right. That's like when me and my brother would do something fucked up and I'd get in trouble or we get in trouble. My first thought was, okay, Dana, we need to rehearse for like an hour of how we're going to tell our mom that that we did not fuck up and it was not our fault. That's the first step. The first thing you do.
Fucking step.
And then you throw your brother under the bus
Exactly.
and be like, he's making up shit. He told me to tell you this.
Bro, yeah. I can't. When the government doesn't have their story straight, I'm just like, bro, how's do you guys just like wing it? Are you guys just winging it?
Yeah.
Feels like you guys are just winging it.
Well, they kind of have to. They don't have they don't have a whole lot of time to.
Especially with people watching them,
And then people are cycling in and out. The circle of trust isn't there.
Right. That's. I feel like I'm curious to know. Like we talk about the people that are in higher power now. Like we talked about with the whole, child sex trafficking and stuff like that. You got to get someone to do something bad so you can blackmail them later. Mm-hmm. And I feel like back in the day, people thought, oh, well, there's not really that much media around. Like, yeah, sure, fuck it. I'll do something bad and you guys can have me on tape doing it. But I feel like now, trying to get people to get on your side, there's been so much media exposure. People are like, no, like, I'm not going to do that. Like, you have my word. Trust me. You got my word. But I'm not going to give you a reason to blackmail me.
Back in the day,
I'm not going to let that kid fuck
we got
me.
one
Yeah.
VHS tape of you fucking doing some weird shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think people are just going to be too fucking scared. Like, who cares if I have all this power if they're just going to, throw me under the bus when the time comes,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope. I don't know. Saddle Robot, play some fun sound bites.
Come on, man.
Yeah, there we
You're a
go.
lion, dog, face, pony soldier. You said you were, but you're
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't want to get too deep in it without Dylan being in here.
I'm coming.
Hurry up.
We should just,
Dylan said he's coming in the toilet.
I think we should just get him like a little bottle that he attaches to his penis. He can just pee in.
A catheter?
The boner pills, man. I'm telling you, dude.
That was a quick piss with a fucking boner.
I had to lay down over the toilet. I had to lay.
I planked on the toilet. So this is something that blows my fucking mind. So in our occupation in Afghanistan, we've spent over $2 trillion. That's over 20 years.
That's more than I make in a week.
It's over $300 million per day for 20 fucking years. $300 million a day for 20 years.
Wait, sorry, for us being over there? Or
That's how much the occupation cost a day. Was
okay.
$300 million a day.
Mm-hmm.
You could buy a lot of people a lot of McNuggets.
Okay, but let's say this. Now
You could end worldwide homelessness and hunger like 20 plus times.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
that amount of money.
Okay, so now
There's
that's
free weed.
and free weed.
Everything.
Yeah,
Now-
and free and legalized.
Can I just ask, like, now that we're fucking okay, so we pulled out. Yeah, they're in a bunch of shit. Are we gonna even see anything from it?
No, the money is already getting spent bombing. So literally the day we pulled out, we started occupying other countries in North Africa, like Somalia, all the other poor countries in the area.
Yeah, I think it was
Literally
Greece,
started-
or they were talking about something like that. Like,
Started dropping bombs like it was our fucking job to drop bombs in Somalia. Also, poorest country in the world. Almost half the people in the fucking entire country are homeless.
do you think
Literally 40% of the people in Somalia they're considered nomads, and 5% are considered pirates.
Damn.
Do you think they were doing? So one thing I
You guys
read
wanna go be
about,
pirates.
or I
Not
saw
that kind.
someone was talking
Oh.
about. I honestly don't remember. Rye Rizzle also says free the weed. Yes, so respect to Rye Rizzle. But so one thing they were talking about is that, you know, their goal is to destroy other developing nations because of their growth in selling drugs, I guess. I think that's what they were talking about. So even though Somalia might have been like a really poor country, do you think because of the lack of control, like they were selling a lot of drugs, like you said, pirates, so maybe they had a really good income with drugs?
Oh, I made up the pirate thing.
Oh, well, I mean, just being an
I made that shit up
like
just because
being-
like the Somali pirate.
being like an untouched country, though, do you think they're having like a really big like they make a lot of money and shit?
Michael's broken. Right
Oh
now.
my god. I can't believe Dylan believed you on that. That was fucking hilarious. I like it.
That's
Love
fucking. I mean, even if it was the Somali pirates,
Well, I mean,
and shit,
they are the only people that pirate anymore.
Well,
but I'm saying, so if they're
Few
selling
booty
drugs
pirates out
there,
there.
I mean, you'd call it like fucking people selling
No,
drugs
but,
and shit,
Af-
doing illegal shit.
Afghanistan-
Call them a pirate.
Afghanistan in like recorded history, up until like I think it was like 1950 something, was completely ruled by over like warlords in territories. It was its own country, but it was broken up into like barbaric territories. It was not a civilized nation until the Soviet Union moved in after World War II, and then we moved in to kick out the Soviet Union to crush the Soviet Union, basically, is why our occupations... Well, it's not why our occupation started, but...
But I don't mean so much on Afghanistan. I mean
But
countries
it's kind of
yeah,
like...
it really
kinda-
is.
I mean, like,
Well, our
smaller
occupation
places,
started
though.
10 years after the Soviet Union fell, but we created the we had a small occupation, created the Taliban, that overthrew the Soviet Union in Afghanistan. Soviet Union fell, and that's where Hillary Clinton's like, oh, ha, ha, my husband and his friends, they overthrew the Soviet Union without being there.
Yep.
Yes, there's a movie coming out about Bill Clinton fucking... and
Monica
his-
Lewinsky.
And his Monica
yeah,
Lewinsky
they
shit.
make her look like a fucking mouth breather, dude.
Did they really?
Dude, she looks like the fifth Ghostbuster that they
hilarious.
left in the closet when they went to fucking... And I'm talking about the new Ghostbusters.
Damn.
Yeah, they make Monica... Dude, if I was Monica Lewinsky, I would be fucking irate. I'd be like, I had to suck his dick and take a settlement, and I got to deal with this shit, this HBO
she's-
special.
Doesn't she have like a Netflix original or something about her too?
I don't know, but
Probably.
this HBO fucking flick coming out, or it's like a
Damn.
3-part series or some shit like that. Not making her or her friend look good. Both of them should be pissed. Everyone involved in the story except for Bill Clinton should be pissed because at least he got to come.
Damn. Do you think she swallowed?
I think Hillary probably is pretty happy because the girl who's playing her is probably better looking than Hillary was back then. So she's probably the only one that's like, wow, I look really good in this movie.
Is it
She
not?
probably
Is it
sponsored
not the
it.
girl that plays her on SNL?
No, I don't think so.
I wish it was.
It's so different. But yeah, what I was saying before, though, these smaller countries and shit that could possibly be growing as many drugs as they want. Like, are we? I know we're in a lot of countries, but are we in every country?
Yeah. Pretty
Let me
much.
put it this way for you: Afghanistan was growing more poppy and opium or opioid poppy fields than South America and Latin America were growing coca plants combined.
Damn.
Every single country on those continent and half a continent combined couldn't even fit that field or like fit into
Right. So that's where I'm curious. Like, are we even bothering with these smaller countries, or like the smaller countries? I just don't know. Are we in there in the smallest of countries because we could do whatever we want in those countries? Like,
I mean,
See, that's where I'm like, is it like the opioid crisis has gotten to a point where it's coming out that the U.S. government is involved in the harvesting and protection of opioid plants, creating these drugs that are killing the country,
Right.
And then
There's
we're
so much
pulling
money
out.
in it, though.
Well, right, but
can I get a job, please? Like, can I get like a sales position there? Like,
The
please.
pharmaceutical
like
complex is crazy.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is the exposure as to the risk of it becoming non-profitable to them.
I see what you're saying.
Like,
Like they don't want to be blamed in it.
Yeah,
so they're trying to
it's-
get out of it early.
Yeah,
I can see
exactly.
it.
Hey, Robert says, ask how many wars are we in? He says, last I checked, 7. I feel like we were in more than that, weren't we? Or
Well,
maybe it was major?
now this new move, we're down to 6 if we were at 7.
I thought we were higher than that.
Because Yemen, it depends on what you consider a war. If we're in a proxy war, and if you're counting that, then more than that.
He also
Basically, any conflict in the world we're involved in.
also says central banks, if you don't want one, we invade. I guess I never even heard about that.
Well,
if we
every single place that hasn't had a central bank has been invaded,
Gone
except
by
for
us.
North Korea.
Yeah.
That's the only place left, isn't it?
North Korea, Russia, China.
Oh yeah, Russia. I think they do have one in China. The
It's
central bank's in China.
not the central bank. Like central bank meaning like Rothschild.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about that. I guess I didn't really think about... It's hard to think about everything. I just think about resources. You know, that was my first thought when it's like about why we go to other countries is for like their oil and shit. And then we talked about
we've talked about it
poppy seeds and
before.
shit.
The 3 O's of war are oil, opium, and
right.
What the fuck is the third O?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
I'm trying to damn it. I'm trying to think of one. Ostriches. That's what I was trying to think
Yeah,
of.
that's why we invaded Australia, and that's why McCheese is my bitch. Also, if you're listening to this at this point, McCheese, I love you. I miss your messages on Instagram every week.
Yes.
So message me, bitch. I love you.
Yeah, but that's something that, you know, I always used to think that's all we're there for, but I'm like, bro, we're probably there, you know. Now we've talked about child sex slavery. That opened my mind to why we'd be in every country in the world. Like, why not? You know, the poor countries are producing children just the same, you know, shit like that too. It's like, bro, what? We got our hands in everything. We don't.
You want to hear some fucked up shit? So the Afghan Royal Guard, I think is what their army was called, were having, they would call it, what the fuck is it called? Boy dance something nights on U.S. military bases, and U.S. Army people were not allowed to attend them because it was literally just child sex abuse.
Jesus.
On U.S. military bases that the U.S. government knew about, but they were like, we can't send reports like this back to the Pentagon. Pentagon still got reports about it, and they just ignored them.
That reminds me of that South Park episode, NAMBLA. North American men who love boys or some shit. And they had like a dance where all the boys showed up and they were like, thought they were cool because they were hanging out with older people. Is that what went through those kids' minds? Like, it was a popularity contest?
Yeah, you think I'm cool? Oh, get that out of me.
Like,
Get that out of me.
One kid is like in the middle of a fucking grind circle between like 6 people and their friends in the corner like, nobody asked me to dance. The ugly one's like, no one wants to dance with me.
Yeah,
Am I not cool enough?
I always try to run after the vans with free candy. They just fucking drive away faster than I could run.
True. Yeah, I said, like, bro, I don't got shit. I'm a poor kid, bro. Like, you want to give me candy and ice cream? Like, where are we going?
Whose dog needs to be found?
Well, yeah, where are we going, bro? You said you got an Xbox in your van? Well, fuck. Well, fuck me. Sign me up.
So yeah, one of the things that I thought was really fucked up about when we pulled our army out, or our troops out of Afghanistan, is the Afghan Royal Guard decided not only to not defend like their territory, I guess, that they had established over the last 20 years with our help, but the higher ups in the government fled the country in luxury vehicles with our attack helicopters. And for some reason, we didn't leave troops behind to make sure that the people that worked in the embassy there, the United States Embassy in Afghanistan, didn't get out safely.
Right.
Like, we're just like, yeah, troops are gone. Like, yeah, they'll be fine.
That's what's crazy. I was watching
what they said. They said that they didn't think it would take less than 2 weeks for the Taliban to, if they had been able to overtake Kabul. Kubal, I think is how you say. Anyway,
Campbell's?
the capital city. They said, "Oh, it's gonna take at least a week for them to take the capital city." Took less than a day.
Yeah, I was watching the press conference or whatever when they were talking about it, and someone asked them like, "Okay, so like, what about the airport?" And you know, like, what are you guys gonna do about that? And the guy was just like, "Well, I mean, like, we're gonna try and like clear a path. Obviously, like, we're gonna go try and clear a path if it's possible." It's like, what? You mean you're just now thinking about trying to make safe passage for people trying to leave the country? Like, that's that blows my fucking mind.
Why didn't you have the troops there until you got all American citizens?
That's why. That's another reason why I believe the idea that I feel like that we're about to go back to war or something with them, like, and go invade again, because
they want the Americans. They want
them to die.
They do. They want them to get. They want a reason for us to be like, oh, Afghanistan, they killed Americans. Let's go back.
Right. And think about this. What if the Taliban, okay, let's say what's reported, oh, they killed 5,000 Americans, but on the real side of it, what if, it's totally possible that none were killed. They probably could have just been taken to maybe a camp or something or whatever.
I mean, they could make numbers up wherever they want.
Right. Even if none were killed. Even if
zero could be killed. They could find them in a camp later, and they would shoot them in the head.
True.
To be like, Americans were killed by the Taliban.
Exactly.
That's how fucked our government is.
Yep.
That's what I'm picturing. I didn't really think about that we'd kill them ourselves, but that's not even far-fetched
We'll fucking
at all.
blow them up with a bomb. We've blown up reporters.
Yep.
With literally the Obama administration killed a reporter that was criticizing Obama with a fucking drone strike, and they're like, "Oops, our bad. Oh, didn't know she was in that area."
You're right. Well, we can't show you because the cameras and the computers were down for maintenance, you see. All of them? Yeah, all of them. They were all down.
Cousin Lanny.
And there were no body cam footages. Oh, they were all down for maintenance too. And there was no people there to report on it. Well, they were all killed. So, I mean, just leave it. Stop talking about this, okay? Like, we're in the clear, all right?
So, a Washington Post article that came out this week was quoting an Army 3-star general, so not like a chump change guy in the Army, like a guy that's almost to the top brass. He said within the first 6 months of 9/11, Al-Qaeda leaders had either been killed or in hiding, and he said we didn't know what our marching orders were at that point because Al-Qaeda had or the Taliban had offered to give up Al-Qaeda leaders if the United States could prove that Al-Qaeda was behind the September 11th attack. And instead of giving proof, and this is coming from the 3-star general of the Army, instead of giving proof, he was just like, yeah, we're just going to kill every single last fucking person that's questioning our motive right now. That's in the Washington Post last week.
Damn. Jet fuel, man.
Dude, that's that fucking Jeff Bezos paper, dog.
Yeah.
That's that fucking...
Oh, yeah.
That's that Lex Luthor paper, dog. Dude just went into space like a month ago.
He did?
Barely.
Yeah,
he went high enough to call it space and then came back.
It wasn't even space. It
No.
was zero gravity. He experienced zero gravity, but he never actually crossed the line into space.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no.
he like came back. He had cum all over his face. He's like, that was the best day of my life.
Yeah, it's a little sus.
What's he doing in space, huh? Is he gathering little alien children from Mars to sell in the sex trade market? I don't know. Find out next week on Who Really Knows podcast.
No, he just wanted to have the 5 Mile High Club.
Have you guys?
true.
This is like 10 or so years before our time being alive on this planet. But have you guys ever seen like the Times articles of Osama bin Laden being like Times Man of the Year for being a freedom fighter in the Middle East?
Oh yeah.
No, I did
CIA
not.
raised, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, before he was public enemy number 1, Osama bin Laden was hero of the Middle East,
Damn.
peace bringer, freedom fighter,
That's
bought and paid for by the United States Army or the United States government.
so he wasn't actually killed.
It's debated. I mean, they said that they dropped his body over the Mediterranean Sea because they didn't want to invoke or do something about his religious rights by taking him out of his country after he was dead.
Yeah, weird.
Wait, it was to fuck with his religion or honor his religion?
To honor his religion. SEAL Team 6 threw his body out of the helicopter over the Mediterranean Sea, I believe.
Yeah, but didn't we just...
Or the Black
like,
Sea, one of the two.
A couple years earlier, who was it? Saddam Hussein we brought over and hung in front of like a bunch of people.
No, never mind. That was Gaddafi. Saddam Hussein was killed by his own people.
We hung him, I thought. I'm pretty sure we hung him.
Maybe his own people hung him?
Something.
I don't know.
I knew it was
I was
well
thinking
hung.
Gaddafi. I was like, no, Saddam Hussein got stabbed in the ass with a sword, but that was Gaddafi. Who Hillary Clinton laughed about.
Oh, yeah.
We came, we saw, he got stabbed in the asshole. Ha 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 ha. Dude, it's just, fuck, dude. These people in the government make me so cringe. But it's like, I don't know, man.
I don't want to really read this article if either of you guys have heard of it. Boy talks about Project Bluebeam. Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah, Bluebeam, where they're
yeah.
gonna holograph shit, blowing stuff up, or aliens, and
So like holograph fucking UFOs and shit like that? Or?
yeah, it's
Because it talked about how in like,
Yeah.
was it China or something? It says like people saw like skyscrapers in the sky.
Yeah.
yeah, but
and
that was
shit.
like years ago.
But it's pretty much, I thought it was just like them trying to like do a one world order kind of thing.
That's what it says.
Yeah,
it
that's
says
what
like
we
a
talk
new
about.
world order.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like where we talk about Mass Effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, it's one of those things.
Says like NASA using low frequency radio waves, which we talked about them using shit like that in the bunkers of the deep underground military bases. Shit like that. So I mean, like man, the lines connect, the dots connect with a line. What? Got something coming up?
What?
I don't know. We see something up there.
Sharing it with us.
That's
my bad.
I thought you were about to pull up the video.
Shit.
I got
show and
excited.
tell.
I was like, all right, shit.
Fucking keep forgetting I'm on a double screen right now, so I have like 50 windows open. So if you see my porn, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, people probably tune in seeing the screen looking like fucking Pornhub. Probably tune in thinking they're about to see some naked people, which if you want that, ask us, okay?
I mean, we got the calendar coming out some year.
We're not opposed.
So one thing I want to address though is Biden's press conference yesterday. He's on vacation, by the way, but he did a press conference. He keeps referring to the conflict in Afghanistan as a civil war in his speech that he gave, but the people of Afghanistan were not interested in fighting a civil war, and it's very clear when
nobody was shot, no shots were fired.
there was no conflict after we left.
They wanted us gone. I don't know. You see those pictures of them running down the fucking runway or whatever. I mean, a lot of them were probably scared that we're on the plane and shit, but like half of them that were running were like fucking cheering and happy as fuck that we were leaving and shit.
Yes, and then someone talked about it the other day, and I didn't really think about it till today, about he was talking about the people who are like holding onto the plane and then falling off the plane like
And, like,
way high up in
splatting
the
them,
air.
bro.
It's like, yo, what?
When that plane landed too, they found a bunch of fucking body parts and shit, like arms and hands
I
and legs,
bet.
like in the landing gear.
Oh yeah. Just
Don't
holding
doubt
on.
that.
Dude, did you see the number on that plane? It was 1109. We put that backwards. It's 9/11. Weird, huh?
It is weird.
It's a quinkadink.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I going to say earlier about, I watched one of the interviews with, it was just a quick little thing about the Taliban spokesperson. I don't know if you guys watched that at all. And he was talking about how it was a very short video talking about how, like, hey, like, we don't want violence, like, you know, any what's it called, translators, anything like that come in and help us, like, we're not going to harm them, we don't want that, we don't want any harm, like, this is, you know, we're just trying to chill, you know, we're not trying to, you know, hurt anyone, we don't want any casualties, we want everyone in Afghanistan, you know, all the children to be safe, people born of this country and land are for this land, we want them in this country, these are our people and we want them here, we do not want to harm anyone. And I was like, bro, that was mad respect, bro.
But yet they're actually hunting down all the interpreters and shit that were working with the U.S. Army and shit. They could say one thing, but they're definitely fucking going and hunting down motherfuckers and killing them.
So are they? Well, that's what I'm saying.
You can say one thing.
It's a peaceful takeover. Then it's not peaceful.
Well,
it's kind of like
it's kind of behind the scenes.
You betrayed your land.
Yeah, you betrayed your country. Now we're gonna kill you. You shouldn't have been working with the U.S. Army. Boop.
So not completely peaceful. So we can take that off.
That's where they're. I can just jump into it with. Oh, where is it in my notes? Shit, fuck. Some dude yesterday just completely shit on Biden's press conference. He served in Afghanistan, got discharged from the army, and started an organization called No One Left Behind. And an MSNBC brought him on to respond and try to take the piss out of him, but he shut them the fuck down in the most, like, humiliating way I've ever seen done on news. Like, I've seen people take the piss out of people on the news before.
Huh.
This guy...
Who is this guy again? Sorry, I was typing.
This guy is First Lieutenant Matt Zeller.
Okay, and what was he talking about him again? Sorry.
About the people that, like, the fact that we need to get the people that assisted the United States government in Afghanistan out of Afghanistan, whether they come here or get relocated to a friendly location where the Taliban
California.
isn't going to be able to slit their throats.
Palm Springs.
Well, I was thinking more like, you know, like New Zealand, Australia, like wherever the fuck they end up, just not Afghanistan. That's what his organization's been looking to do since he left the army. And so Biden, in his press conference yesterday, said the buck stops with me, and took all the blunt action of the blame for what's happening in Afghanistan, which, I mean, say what you will about Biden, whoever wrote that speech for him did a pretty good job.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, like...
Say what you will about the guy, but the guy behind him writing the speech, man, that's a good fucking guy.
But,
so say whatever you want about Biden.
But, so, First Lieutenant Matt Zeller said to the host of MSNBC, who, again, his program's called No One Left Behind, and the MSNBC reporter, I can't remember his name, had the balls to say to a guy that served in Afghanistan, isn't it ironic the name of your organization due to the circumstances? Where he's like watching people that he worked with being potentially killed in the streets. Like they're getting, do you remember, what class was it that we had to take in high school? The Central American Governments class.
Never took that one.
Oh, really? So they would teach you about like Pablo Escobar and the Latin America and all the drug cartel shit back in the day, and they'd be like, yeah, they'd come to people's houses and be like, you either the silver or you get the lead. If you take the lead, we're going to come back and kill your whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing. And that's
Right.
what's going on there right now with the people that worked with us. And so Matt Zeller said, I feel like I heard a completely different speech than the rest of you guys. I'm appalled. There are so many bold-faced lies in that speech, like the fact that they had planned for every contingency. He said that his organization themselves, not being the only organization, have reached out with lists of 86,000 people's names that needed to be evacuated before the army left.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
And this was in the last two... so Trump presidency and Biden presidency both failed 86,000 people that served not as American citizens, but for the benefit of American citizens. Both presidency failed 86,000 people.
That's crazy. It's a big number.
I wonder why people hate us, huh?
Yeah.
Our own people hate us, bro. They're
Yeah.
over there. They're stuck in the country just like, fuck, dude. What do we do now?
They gave 14 different scenarios where they could pull out those 86,000 people or relocate them safely before the troops left.
Yeah. That's the...
And that goes back 6 years.
I want to hear from someone's perspective of someone who defends that. That's like, yeah, well, we had to get our troops out ASAP. We didn't have time to think about everyone else.
Right. I mean, we've only
Except
been
for
there
our
20.
troops that fucking served with those
Right.
people that are thinking about everyone else. And then you got some dickhead on MSNBC being
Right.
like, oh, yeah, it's fucking ironic that your name is No One Left Behind. Yeah, no shit, their name's No One Left Behind. They've been working for 6 years to get the people that helped us in the Middle East
Right.
into a safe environment. Whether it be in fucking Nova Scotia.
It's called Nobody
Or-
Left Behind because you motherfuckers are leaving people behind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't
And
have...
that's exactly what they did. Dude, there's still like
wouldn't have
hundreds.
this name.
There's literally hundreds of American citizens stuck in Afghanistan right now,
Yeah.
along with 86,000 people that helped them. You think that's a safe environment? That airport is fucking
Fuck no.
ground zero right now. They're talking about like people are offering to bring in their private planes to get people out of there, and they're not allowing it because it's so unsafe. With the
What's
amount.
wrong with saying bomb on an airplane? You can't say bomb on an airplane.
Thank you. But yeah, it's just such a dangerous situation to even land a plane on the tarmac right now.
Right.
It's so dangerous.
I guess I heard that they were now, like a couple days ago, or yesterday I think it was, is like Turkish Airlines started landing planes there and getting like the commercial aspect of things, like that's back up and running. And then I heard I think it was either late last night or this morning on NPR that we sent, I think we still have 3,000 troops on the ground at the Kabul airport to like make sure that it remains open for not only for military and commercial jets to still make it through. So I think that airport now
I think
is
they
doing
redeployed.
business.
It wasn't that they were still there.
Well,
they redeployed.
I don't think they redeployed. I think they just were in surrounding areas and then moved
Probably.
whatever.
I heard it was like 6,000 though, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So
It
they,
was
they were
six. Yeah, it was six.
they were moved out of the area, but then they were redeployed to the Kabul airport.
Right.
Because that airport is surrounded by a mountain range, is it not? If I remember correctly.
I don't know.
Probably
that whole area is kind
Like
of
90% of Afghanistan is just mountain range and poppy field.
Hell yeah.
Think there's a
Beautiful.
Think there's a dome underneath?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
You know, like, hey, we could just take those 86,000 people and throw them underground, but they don't exist, so we can't do that.
Well, they're not ours.
He's dead.
Is it?
Where's Blue there, bub?
I'm getting mind fucked right now.
Pardon
Yeah, there's
us,
a lot
folks,
of blue
we're-
ones around
we're,
here.
We're experiencing vape difficulties.
Yeah, sorry. Need the nicotine.
Vape Natio. Yeah, this guy went on to say a lot of shit. I'm not gonna quote his whole speech. It was like 4 minutes long. But he said, basically said, how dare we blame the Afghani people for not being able to survive a Taliban onslaught. People that look these people in the eyes and, like he was saying, people like me looked these people in the eyes and promised them that we would take care of them in their time of need. How do you expect anyone to ever fucking trust us again?
Yeah.
And then he said, he went on to compare the Taliban to Nazis, which is kind of, to me, where it's like,
I don't know enough about the Taliban to be able to say they're Nazis.
And then he said, the Taliban is the modern day version of the Nazis. Do you think the brave yacht captains stopped and asked Allied soldiers at Dunkirk beaches if they were British or French? Or do you think they picked them up to protect them from the Nazis? We need to save these people before they are hung or beheaded.
Right.
Which, I mean, like, yeah, it's true, but...
Yeah, I can see that. Because, I mean, if you have a fucking Bible in there, you're going to be killed. You know? If you're anything against fucking the Muslim fucking way over there now, you know...
Were you about to say the Sharia law?
Yeah, the super fucking...
What is that? Roy Rizzo talked about that for the women feel bad because of the Sharia law. What is that? Do you guys know?
It's
like their...
It's their way
code.
Code of life.
Yeah, and
it's basically the following of the workings of the Prophet Muhammad.
But
Sharia
the
law.
Taliban are super extremists, though, so that's why. That's why the women have to wear the burqas now and everything.
It's basically Islam's like legal system.
Sharia law.
Essentially what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just.
I almost thought Sharima law, and I was like, oh yeah, it's fucking League of Legends, bro.
Yeah, that's the first thing
I
thought.
It's a code that they like all should follow, which includes like their prayers, their fastings, their like donations, and their
women
like,
can't
clothing.
leave the house without the head of the household.
Exactly.
If their face are exposed, they get their head cut off. All that fun stuff, you know.
If accidentally a bird flies and like rips your face mask off, well, I'm dead. I guess I'm dead. It's whatever.
Shot in the street by an AK.
I'd kill the bird first. I'd grab the bird and kill it. Be like, you killed me.
Damn.
Be the first time I kill an animal. Besides hitting one with my car. Hitting two with my car.
I've hit a lot of shit.
Oh, Lord, Terry.
On accident. It is what it is. He also says the Taliban takeover, Rizzo, with the... if the Afghanistan people had something similar to like a Second Amendment of having weapons, do they even have the ability to have those weapons? Do they have enough weapons there to even give everyone a weapon?
How many weapons did we give them? Probably a shit ton.
For their government, though,
stockpiles
right?
of weapons.
For the government, though, not for the average, everyday people.
Right.
Right?
And we when we pulled out like that quick, we abandoned drones, we abandoned fucking Black Hawk helicopters, we abandoned
Humvees, everything.
Here's some drones. Do you guys know how to fly them? No. Okay,
oh,
well
they fucking do. They totally fucking do.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You guys know how to drive the stick shift tank, right? No. Okay. Nah, yeah, though I feel that they would have had to, but
dude, yeah, a lot, the huge weapon caches, everything. But I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying though. But no, I think that the regular citizens wanted us out as well.
Oh, for sure.
I
totally agree to that.
So I don't think that if you did arm the citizens, they're just gonna help out the Taliban, because that's one of the things. Is how do you get rid of the Taliban? You can't, because it's fucking 60% of their fucking male population.
That was one thing.
Well, and that's one thing too is like the army wasn't allowed to throw out used batteries ever in Afghanistan because they were used to fuel IEDs.
Oh.
Used batteries?
Yeah.
Well, like they recharge
AA,
them,
AAA's, doesn't matter. No, they just use them to set off IEDs.
Oh.
Like all you have to do to trigger that is tinfoil on one end, tinfoil on another, like the way you light a cigarette in jail.
What if it's dead?
You take a chance.
You gotta shake it.
That's
I bet the desert is filled with IEDs with dead batteries attached to them.
That's recycling right there at its finest.
Oh yeah.
That's recycling.
Way to go, Duracell, you fucked up.
Fucking Energizer all the way, baby. That's what fuels this podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Energizer.
Just like those fucking Toyota
Dude,
trucks.
could you imagine how much fucking money we would get if a podcast got sponsored by Energizer?
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Man, I'll message them today.
Do it. I'm gonna message Subway because I want a fucking sandwich.
Dude, that's what I'm getting after the podcast, I'll tell you.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm thinking too. I had McDonald's before the podcast. Now I want a Subway sub, like a 6-inch spicy Italian.
Oh yeah,
Subway
spicy
day,
Italian.
baby.
Subway hits way better. McDonald's is gross to me. I
Dude,
think
Subway,
I
you
cannot eat
fucking have them
McDonald's.
slather that shit in oil and
God,
vinegar.
yeah, dude. I love
That sandwich
Subway.
slides down your throat like a fucking.
Like down my gullet.
Gotta get Italian herbs and cheese, though. If you're not, you're
Oh yeah, of
fucking
course.
up.
Yeah, who the fuck gets regular bread at Subway?
Some people get honey.
I bet you Dylan gets a wrap.
Flatbread.
Flatbread.
I do actually get when I get my steak, egg, and cheese, I get it on flatbread because something about that just slaps so fucking hard.
Oh yeah, it's like a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, it's a breakfast sandwich, dude.
But it's like a foot long.
Oh yeah,
It's a foot long breakfast sandwich.
for like $6 for a foot long breakfast Sammy, dude. You can't beat that. Subway
No.
has it on.
No,
Subway,
dude, fucking
Subway has
Quiznos.
it.
Quiznos out the window.
Dude,
Jimmy John's can
I
suck
got
my
fucking
whole ass.
Scarred for life from those Quiznos commercials, dude, with the
Except
little
for
rats.
yeah.
Quiznos,
One time,
Quiznos.
dude, one time I was fucking wasted and I ordered a Jimmy John's sandwich though, and I didn't realize you could gargantuan any sandwich you wanted, and I got a gargantuan Italian nightclub.
You're
and
talking. You're talking the 16-inch ones.
yeah,
Yeah, so good.
yeah. They sent me a 16-inch sub, and I was like, this isn't what I was expecting.
I used to have to deliver those. I was just like walking around carrying like baseball bats and sandwiches and shit. It was fucking insane.
They're so good, though.
Dude, it was fucking nuts.
they have
I
good
ate the
sandwiches.
whole
I
thing.
literally.
I ate the whole thing in one sitting.
Yep. So I watched somebody. I think it was a football player from our local college. He came in and he ordered like a gargantuan, like 16-inch fucking. So like the gargantuan's just like got all the meat, all the veg, all the fucking everything. It's the biggest sandwich ever, and he got a 16-inch of that and ate the whole fucking thing like right in front of us.
No, what I'm saying is now you can get all of them, but as the gargantuan.
No, I know, but the gargantuan is just a fucking like it's all the meat on it.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. So I gotta. So if you get your regular sub now, I think
Just
they
super
just
extra
they
long.
double the meat.
Yeah.
And double the size.
No, they don't double the meat, but they double the length. So you
Anyway,
get the whole fucking load.
I fucking got a 20-inch Italian nightclub one night, and fucking shit my pants. Ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was an experience.
Yeah, I do fucks with them, but you know what? Subway is the cheapest fucking option. I don't know what's in their ingredients. I don't know if I fully trust it, but fuck, is it cheap and good?
I like how they fucking like redid their whole fucking scheme. Like everybody was like, "Oh, your tuna fucking sucks," so they redid their whole scheme, except for didn't change the tuna recipe.
Yeah, their tuna still sucks.
Tuna has no tuna in it. It's like
Really?
super low content tuna.
I've
Yeah.
always thought about trying it, like just because I'm fucking curious. Because fucking Brian
Don't do it.
from Need for Speed Fast and Furious 1 orders a tuna sandwich, and I've always been like, "Is that good?" And still haven't tried tuna.
That would.
Don't
if
do
you're,
it.
if you're going, I don't know. If you're going for tuna, Jimmy John's.
Yeah,
tuna
Jimmy
sandwich.
John's
Yeah.
tuna sub fucking
That would
slaps,
be way
bro.
better.
Throw some pickles and hot peppers on that bitch,
Okay.
dude.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
fucking good to go.
I will
Dude,
try.
the only thing that fucking Subway beats Jimmy John's on, in my opinion,
You just said Jimmy
Is-
John's was shit.
well, yeah, they're bullshit.
Oh, that's no, yeah, okay, that's fair.
I don't know, man.
What has Subway got on Jimmy John's though? I'm curious.
Subway has on Jimmy John's is the fucking
Bread
the
selection.
bread selection.
Yeah, that's a good point.
but Jimmy John's over Subway has Hellman's mayonnaise. Mm-hmm. Love that.
Yep.
I just feel like
You know who doesn't have Hellman's mayonnaise? Fucking Afghanistan.
I don't know why. I don't know why Jimmy John's, just their meat feels like. I feel like the meat feels a little fresher. I don't know why Subway meat just doesn't feel.
Because it's from Cisco.
It just
Yeah.
feels.
Yeah, Jimmy John's has like their like Subway gets theirs from like Cisco and shit. Jimmy John's has their own like brand of fucking product that they sell basically to themselves.
Dude, you know what
I'm gonna
place?
make a Jimmy John's in my house.
Dude, Jimmy John's is sponsored by Brock Lesnar. Wait, other way around. This
Bro, what slaps? I don't know if Sub City if that's just like a local, more local.
Yeah, they
thing.
they just get like
Dude,
local
when they
custom
slice
meat.
their shit just on the spot,
so
I'm
good.
like, oh my god, dude, am I at a 5-star Subway?
Their bread
Like,
is fucking dog balls, though. I wish they.
I don't like the
Yeah.
bread. I don't like the
Sucks so
bread.
bad.
Yeah.
And I know the owner of fucking the local Sub City, and I'm like, dog, dude, the bread sucks.
Yeah, it's
And the way that it doesn't fold. It doesn't fold over into a sandwich. They're just like, here's the top, here's the bottom. We're going to put it on paper, slap it together. If you open it and it looks normal, yeah, here you go. If not, deal with it.
We're gonna have an ultimate sandwich podcast where we all go to Subway, get a loaf of Italian herbs and cheese. We go get our meat from Jimmy John's, and then we get our toppings from Subway, and then we're all gonna talk about it.
yes.
And that's going to be the boner pill episode, right?
going to
And also we're gonna
Subway.
take boner pills.
Yeah, going to Subway with the sandwich already almost made. Could you just throw some? Could you just
We
throw
take the
some
boner-
stuff
wait,
on
no.
top of this?
Al has to follow us with a fucking camera.
And we take the boner pill before we go into each of the businesses.
yeah,
Is
you
that
take
it?
you take the boner pill, and then you wait an hour, so you're just walking
We
around
walk
with a
around.
fucking chub getting sandwich.
We go to different fucking sandwich spots around town, getting sandwiches with fucking erect penises.
We need one more person,
Yes.
though. One more friend to come with us
No.
to turn away any kids walking into the business, okay? Just, hey, you don't want to go in there
Don't
right
wanna
now.
go in there.
There are 3 guys close to 30 in there with fucking full-on erections.
Please sign this waiver.
Yeah. If you want to be in the video, that's fine, but you have to sign the waiver, okay? Because there's some real shit going on.
Just Al's filming us from the outside window of the restaurant. He's like, it's legal. Leave me alone. Fuck off.
We're like ordering, yeah, I'd like banana peppers on my sub as Al brings the camera down to our pants to like get a close-up of the boner. Like,
You say banana peppers, and mine gets bigger.
Good God.
I like banana peppers.
This man needs the coom.
oh, yeah, dude. Banana peppers. Oh, yikes. Banana peppers slap harder than anything in the world. Pepperoncinis actually are my one above. I love me some pepperoncinis, baby.
Shout out to Papa John's. Kind of.
No.
Oh yeah, shout out to Papa John's, dude.
Yeah, Papa John's. They got.
And they
Better
give you the
ingredients,
garlic.
better pizza.
And they give you the garlic.
Dude, that
Oh
garlic
my
sauce.
God.
But then plus, dude, like 3 a.m. You can't beat that.
Yep. And they got stuffed crust now too.
Ooh.
I literally just... Yeah, their stuffed crust fucking sucks, by the way.
It does, but it's
It,
still
dude,
stuffed.
it literally, the cheese is so soft that you bite into the crust and the cheese like falls down your
dude,
throat
It,
and makes you
it
choke.
basically just like the minute you
It's
bite
like
into the crust,
gagging you.
it
The
like
only
comes in your mouth.
there's only
It tastes like
one
fucking.
there's only one stuffed crust that I actually like. I fucking hate all stuffed crust pizzas besides Pizza Hut's fucking separate
The peel-
whatever.
the peelable ones.
The,
Yeah,
the balls,
yeah,
the
yeah.
cheese
You
balls,
want-
those are
You want to know what it
perfect.
is? So all it is pizza crust with cheese sticks rolled into the crust.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then
That's
and then
basically
they, and
what stuffed
then, and then they
crust
put a
is.
then they put a fucking mat on it and then
And separate it or
and
something.
it like makes little chunks. Yeah.
It's just better
Perfect.
though. It's
It's
just
perfect.
better. Like yeah, if you have too much
Dude,
cheese
I
and
literally
shit.
got the stuffed crust pizza from Papa John's the other day, and I walked in the house, and said, "Better ingredients, better pizza. I'm taking classes to stop saying the N-word." And Mateo, have you not heard that
No, I've
Papa
never-
John, like Papa John himself, was getting interviewed by Fox News, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm taking classes to stop saying the N-word."
What?
Bro, Rye Rizzo
Wild.
goes, now I'm hungry, a-holes. And it's like, yo,
Dude.
thanks for listening to
I'm
us
fucking
rant about
hungry,
fucking
dude.
food now. I think everyone's hungry.
Yeah, sorry you came here for Afghan. Now we're talking about fucking Papa Murphy's.
We're just trying to get sponsored, okay? We'll take anyone at this point.
We love food, so that'd be a great sponsor.
Paul Revere, Terminator Pizza's the #1. I never
What
even
the
heard
fuck
of that.
is that?
I think I might have.
I've
it's
never
like a-
heard those words in the same
I think it's a
sentence.
frozen pizza. I'm not sure, but
Oh.
I can't remember. Maybe it's a place. I can't
Frozen
remember.
pizza, fucking
has
what the
the best
fuck is
pizza.
it called? It's from Humble, Iowa. Pizzoli's Pizza.
Pasquale.
Pasquale's.
Yep,
is
frozen
the best
pizza.
frozen pizza.
Damn, bro.
I'm looking up Paul Revere's Pizza right now. I gotta fucking know what the Terminator is.
That sounds fucking dope.
It's in Cedar Rapids, it looks like.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try it out. Local.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen that somewhere.
Got the next week's episode. We're gonna take boner pills. We're gonna eat sandwiches and pizza.
Dude, they sell ribs and pizza.
Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
Do they sell rib pizza?
Oh, dude, rib pizza would be fucking awesome.
It's a 25-inch pizza, and it's a restaurant. That's
Oh,
dude.
that's
I
like
swear
Cedar
I'd seen that.
Rapids.
My brother, because he lived in Cedar Rapids, going to Kirkwood, and so I was like, yeah, that sounds so fucking familiar. So familiar.
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude.
Going to Cedar Rapids and meeting fucking.
So how would you like to sponsor our podcast? Heard you sell a pretty mean Terminator pizza.
That would be a good. That would be some good content for fucking Patreon for you guys. Y'all gotta fucking eat
A
it.
mukbang?
Yeah. No. Fucking. You all gotta eat a Terminator pizza, like all three of you, within 5 minutes, and then we watch you die.
Yeah, deal.
Dude, I could fucking put away. If I have a big glass of water next to me, you would be surprised how fast I can put away pizza.
No performance enhancing drugs. You can't get high first.
No boner pills
I won't
while
be
you
able
eat
to
the
eat.
pizza.
Yeah, what?
I can't get hungry unless I smoke weed. What do you mean?
I'm the opposite. I completely lose my appetite until the come down when I want snacks. But while I'm stony baloney's, man, I fucking lose every appetite I have, bro. Even if I hadn't eaten at all that day and I'm super hungry, I've done that where I haven't eaten all day, and then as soon as I fucking take a little bit of the devil's cabbage, I just lose it.
The jazz cabbage.
The jazz cabbage. That's what I was trying to think of. The jazz cabbage. But yeah.
Did we talk about yet at all about right before we pulled out of Afghanistan, we decided to blow up a high school?
Yeah. Or no, I thought it was an elementary school.
Middle school, high
Middle
school,
school. Yeah,
and
that's
health clinic.
Was it like
I
full
didn't hear about
of
the health clinic, but
Shahid Anwar High School and health clinic.
Did they say it was full of like Taliban kids or whatever?
No, just full of women and children.
children's.
Huh. Yeah. Wild.
Well, those are the ones that are gonna radicalize, here in
Right.
the next 20 years.
The women that have rights in the Middle East. Yeah, they're gonna radicalize.
No, well, the children.
The ones who survived the blast, anyways.
Yeah.
The ones who survived.
Those are the ones who become a Nega Montoya.
Yeah. You killed my buddy. We were 6. What the fuck?
Prepare to die.
What the fuck? We were 6, bro. We were studying 2 + 2, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what 2 + 2 was, bro, and you blew up my dude.
Blew up my dude.
It's fucking crazy that the same people who criticize Trump over the aerial assassination of General Salami of Iran.
Did you say the areola?
Yeah. We're talking about sandwiches, dude. I can't get my brain straight.
We're tits and food to fucking, towards the end here.
Like, they're totally fine with us just blowing up other places in the Middle East. That's where I'm like, you gotta separate fucking left from right when you're talking about killing people. And it can't fit a political narrative when you're talking about fucking killing people. Like, that's it. So hard to get through to people, but once you do, it sticks with them. But it's so fucking frustrating trying to talk to someone and be like, yeah, cool, like, you like this guy and he hates this country and he's killing this person, and I like this guy and he hates this country, he's killing this person. They're doing the same fucking thing.
And killing peoples.
And 90% of the fallout is innocent civilians. Like, the amount of innocent civilians that have died in the last 20 years in the Middle East is fucking astronomical. It's so... You could probably stack their bodies up to at least
the amount of children that died in the Middle East is astronomically high.
Yeah.
All right.
If Spaff were here, he would.
I know what you're talking about, but
what am I talking about?
The volume on this bus is astronomical.
Hell yeah.
But no, it's just like, dude, you got to understand, like, different parties, same war, same bullshit, same donors, same.
It's just money. It's just some money.
Dude, it's so frustrating. And now they're like, oh, this is Trump's deal, this is Biden's deal. Like, no, it's both of their deals.
Oh man.
Kamala Harris was bragging about being the last person to talk to Joe Biden about pulling out of Afghanistan. Hasn't done a single interview since because doesn't want the egg on her head. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, but looks bad no matter how you look at it.
I know Mike will like this. Our boy Rye Rizzle just says, study Tartarian mud floods and do a show on it, brothers. And our boy Michael in the yellow over here, all about the fucking mud floods, bro.
Dude, there's some weird shit
Whole
going
Facebook
on,
groups based on the mud floods, bro. I think I'm in one now, and all the stuff I see, it's
some weird shit, man.
Astronomically crazy. It is out of this
Word
planet.
of the day,
wild.
astronomical.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm fucking tired of people trying to blame the happenings of what happens on the behest of the U.S. government on political parties. I'm this close to being completely over it and going full nut job. But
why can't we just say what they're Republicats? You know, it's all one thing. We have a one party system.
Yeah.
Boom.
The money party system.
Republicats, exactly. I like that.
Yep.
It's fucked. I don't know. Like, there's ideals that break them up, and that's why the whole thing is there. But the two-party system is so fucked that it puts them in two parties, and then they both have to support the fucking army when they get in power.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
And it puts you in such a narrow foxhole that you're fucked that you have to dedicate yourself to a two-party.
Right.
So, like, whereas if we were in like in the UK, they have a 6-party system, or no, it's a 12-party system in the UK. I don't know.
They have a lot of different, a lot of different people out there.
If you can break it down to that extreme, like, not extremity, but that level of separation, it's not like, oh, my party's, I'm a libertarian classified as a Republican, I have to support Donald Trump now.
Right.
It's not that anymore.
Yeah, UK actually looks like they have 4.
4?
4 of them.
But they hamper on what they can do, right? Though I'm pretty sure they have like limits. Like, you cannot, and the amount of money they're actually allowed to spend on their propaganda or advertising is like very low. Is that right? Their campaign.
I think it's like limited to a sort, which we don't have. Like, we don't have that limit in our system, and that's what.
Well, I think it depends on what office you're running in.
Yeah,
it depends on office, because there's no limit to presidential campaign. Yeah. There's no limit to, I think, United States Senate. State Senate, there's a limit. Governorship, I think it's state by state, and there's a bunch of other. It's so fucking, like, I'm pretty sure, like, in Iowa, a governor is only allowed to spend like $450,000 for a campaign or some shit like that.
Only.
And
only.
I like having a limit on it too. Like, I wish it was limited at the federal level, because it just makes sense, and it evens the playing field, so people will go to the one that makes the most sense, as opposed to the one with the biggest.
I was gonna say this earlier when people ask me, are you a Democrat or a Republican? I'm like, bro, I play video. I play video games and watch porn. That's where I'm at.
They're like, oh, so you're a Democrat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to run on. I'm going to run for president. Listen, we need more video games and more porn.
I'm like, I always tell people, I'm like, yeah, probably libertarian, because I just want people to leave me the fuck alone.
Right. Probably, but yeah.
Like I want to be able to have my gun, have my arrow, have my car, my motorcycle.
My crack.
While a dude sucks my dick.
Government can eat my ass. Dude, it's just.
I just tell them I'm a Scientologist, and they just walk away. They walk away slowly.
I'm adopting that.
They walk away slowly. They go. They either walk away or go, oh, you must know Tom Cruise then. Yeah, bro, we're jumping on couches, bro. We get high and jump on couches.
That would have been fun.
So my thing is like, it's not a left or a right issue at this point. As far as our occupation in Afghanistan obviously failed for 20 years.
Yeah.
$2 trillion down the drain. Do we go back?
No.
It depends if you're.
Do we fucking reoccupy that shit?
It depends on how many politicians are invested in fucking Boeing and Lockheed Martin and
Yeah,
Raytheon.
you're right on that.
Well, yeah, I mean, 99% of them are. That's who pays their campaign.
Yo, that's what I was thinking of too when I was reading about all this. When I remember when they talked about the drone that flew over in the airspace, and when they had the generals or whatever on fucking the news channels talking about how we need to go to war over that. So what happens with this? I'm like waiting for all the generals and shit to, I don't know a lot, but I'm imagining that they're all going to start coming out and being like, bro, we need to go to war, dude. Oh, shit.
The dog sat down.
Wow, shit.
Come on, dog, come here. Sat down on the cord. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Sat down and said, "Go, wow."
That's too bad the camera wasn't on me, dude.
That's my bad.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's hard to catch those moments in real time.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see all the people on the news just going, "Yo, this is what we need now is to go back."
Well, it's like one of those things. Like they're already pushing for protect women's rights in the Middle East and protect humanitarian rights and all this shit. It's like, okay, yeah, but we're not doing that in North Korea. We're not doing that in all these other fucking countries where it doesn't exist.
Right.
Where you're going to call the Taliban the Nazis on the news and not talk about the North Korean government putting people through, like, people actually living in generational concentration camps.
Well, I mean, let alone China with that too, because they both. I mean, China and
yeah,
North Korea
and
both
that's the
censor
fucking
everything.
crazy thing too. Is China is supporting fucking countries in the Middle East, and yet China is literally putting the Muslims in their country. They're called the Uyghurs. In China, is Muslim Chinese is a Uyghur. And they are putting them through concentration camps in China currently, yet supporting Muslim countries in the Middle East. For what reason other than to create controversy with the United States of America?
Yep.
It's like, why the fuck? Why is that not talked about on the news? Because Trump's not the president anymore, and China's not sexy anymore. It's like, why the fuck does Orange Man have to fucking represent our conflict with China when China has been representing our conflict with China since Reagan?
Yeah, but it's like, you playing chess, you don't bring the queen out until you got to, so you play around with Pakistan, your pawn, because they pretty much own Pakistan.
Well, right, until your queen can shoot a pawn out of the graveyard that has a nuclear missile attached to his fucking forehead.
Exactly.
Like,
I want to play that kind of chess, bro.
It's insane. We're not in the last year, we have not been addressing the real enemies of our. Like, we don't really have enemies of our safety, but enemies of our safety, air quotes, finger quotes, McGee. Like, we're not addressing that the way that we did for the last 4 years, and that's kind of concerning to me, I guess, is we're not being realistic about it. I don't know. It's just we have two major threats as the United States government. That's China and Russia. Failed a relationship at Russia. China has hated us forever because who knows why?
Because of PUBG. All those Asians in the lobbies. No, fuck you, American.
Yeah, that's
probably
the reason.
that. That's the reason. But no, it's just like, why are we? I don't know. It's like suspending disbelief, and it's gonna get to the point where it's too little, too late. I don't know. I don't want to live in Red Dawn, man. I've watched that movie too many times. Don't like the way it turned out. There was a lot of struggle in the middle. Too many people's friends died. Don't want to live that shit.
Yeah. Don't need that. We don't need that. Rebels was saying we just need to turn these places we invade into states for the U.S. And I'm like thinking like, yeah, like fucking Alaska, bro.
Or I mean,
No, dude,
have you seen what happened in Puerto Rico and all that shit like that? We don't need to
turn
do
out
that.
good. We learned that lesson the hard way from the fucking British colonies.
Yeah, we don't need colonies anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, Russia tried that shit with Crimea, Ukraine, and
Well, Russia tried that with Afghanistan, and that's why we became involved in it in the first place.
Yeah.
Inventing the Taliban.
Then we'd be back to fucking like basically the enemy of the world. I feel like
They literally goes all the way back to the fucking.
I mean, we already are the enemy. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like we're not liked, but
we the citizens are liked, but our fucking government, everybody's like, go fuck.
Like they're not gonna hate on Ryan Reynolds. Okay?
No. He's a god.
No, and I have a lot
Have
of.
you seen those abs?
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of friends that, when I lived in New York, moved back to their home countries, and they still talk to me, and they like me. They hate America, probably. I would hope so.
They hate
But
the American.
They also
government.
lived in New York, though, so like it's nah. They didn't get like a good grasp on what America was because they were in New York, and there was a bunch of Italian people being like, "Hey, go suck your ass, you fucking piece of shit. Go back to Montenegro."
Yeah.
But nah, it's. I don't know. I wouldn't like America if I didn't live here. I barely like America, and I do live here. I like my freedoms.
Freedoms. Yeah. In air quotes.
I wanted to look up, and this was just I forgot completely until just now to look up memes about the situation.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
So I just typed it in, and the first one that comes up is when you're usually a happy Afghan, but your girl broke up with you, so now you're, and it says Taliban spokesperson like on a news thing, a sad Afghan. Like I don't know, it's dumb as fuck, but
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah,
oh man,
I didn't like that one.
I like that shit.
Come on, man.
I thought that was great, bro.
Dude, one thing that so the Taliban was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna respect the freedoms that Afghanistan has been giving these women for the last 20 years." Blah blah blah. Today was the first day of the Taliban rule. Dead women in the street because they weren't wearing hijabs. Just throwing that out there. Not a great.
That's the one I saw that I thought was pretty good.
Oh god. I like that one. I like a little more. I think I've downloaded the wrong PUBG mobile, and it's with all the Afghan whatever running with the jet and fucking. I don't know. You gotta take it in, But they're all good. They might be stupid as fuck, but at least it's relevant. And I'm not watching stupid fucking TikToks that are fake as shit that make me want to blow my fucking brains out.
So fucking.
Hey, we're gonna make a lot of money on TikTok.
And it's stupid. Do you guys see the TikTok house where it's like,
Oh
they
my
have like
God.
a bunch. It's like a frat, but with girls and boys, and all they do, they did a tour, and it's all they're doing all day is just fucking making different TikToks. They look stupid as fuck. Makes me want to burn the place down. You didn't hear that from me.
Dude, there's like
If it burns down, we know who it is, Dylan.
there's like people 5 years younger than us that have made millions of dollars being TikTok chefs.
Yeah. And you're just making macaroni and cheese.
And I'm like, dog, if you only knew how to make real food,
Bro.
I don't know. It's so sad.
I'll make them up some fucking that prison food.
You want that pork rind snickerdoodle?
Yep.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Me neither.
These memes suck. All these memes are ass. I don't even get this one. Bird watching, not a recommendation. Not a recommended hobby in Afghanistan. Does that mean like
Probably
like
because of
watching
drones.
bombs or drones?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Dylan's like, this is our meme segment.
Yeah, these memes suck, bro.
Dude, you gotta step up your meme game if you're gonna bring in a new segment.
I don't want. Yeah.
We didn't have this on the fucking. We didn't have this on the whiteboard.
This is not on the itinerary.
I was really hoping to find.
That's
some,
the word I was looking for. I just said whiteboard.
I was really, really hoping to find some good ones before I came, and then I completely forgot.
Oh no.
Forgot to add this to the itinerary. Is what I was gonna say, and I said, "Yeah, the whiteboard."
Well, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm good.
Any
on
more
it.
memes? Any good memes?
No.
This one really stupid. The Taliban captured an Afghan tank, but don't worry, we took the keys with us. And this is General. I don't know. Also very stupid.
Also,
General Salami.
Yeah. Fuck it.
I don't know, man. And the one thing that goes with it too is a lot of the people that were in the Afghan Royal Guard were either A, corrupt as fuck. There were 300,000 people that they said worked at the Royal Guard. Probably closer to 100,000 people. They were taking the salary, which was part of the $300 million a day.
Okay.
And doctoring close to 200,000 people, pocketing the money, and then those people fucked off when the United States dipped as well. Just pocketed all that money.
Sounds about right.
That's so much money. Imagine being like there, like you're an officer on your first day as being an officer. It was 20 years ago. 7 days ago. Like a week ago, but 20 years ago as well.
Right.
And that's your first day. And you're just like, yeah, the United States government just sent us $300 million today. They're going to be doing that every day for 20 years.
Jesus
You're like,
Christ.
holy shit. You're like, yeah, here's your cut. And it's literally like $100,000 a day.
This is how long have the Taliban been around? They'd have been around 1985. Are they like a really
Before
long
that.
forces? This is just a picture. This isn't. I don't think this is a meme, but it says Ronald Reagan meets with the top. It looks like a headline, and it has quotation marks. Ronald Reagan saying, "These gentlemen are the moral equivalents of America's founding fathers." Don't quote me on that. This is just on the internet.
Yeah,
It's-
Reagan started the Taliban.
Let's see, 1994.
1994?
Yep.
What?
Emerged in 1994 as one of the prominent factions in the Afghan Civil War.
Maybe it wasn't the Taliban.
Then it was Al Qaeda.
The quote,
Al-Qaeda.
the quote doesn't really state Taliban. It just says, yeah. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. It could have been a different force. Who knows? Look it up. I'm just out here looking at shit. So don't fucking quote me. Or do I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I don't really know. There's no more memes left. They all suck.
Who really knows?
I thought there would have been better memes. I thought when I looked it up, I would have been blown. Like we could have gone almost another hour just off the memes, but they all suck. The guy named Assad Afghan is used in probably 35% of the memes that I see.
Oof.
All right. I don't know. I say we call it.
Well, it says Operation Cyclone, CIA program funded through Ronald Reagan to cause a disruption in Afghanistan. Basically funded Al Qaeda. Is with help from British MI6, Mujahideen. A lot of names.
Dylan, I know you're trying to, ever since our Wall Street episode, you've been trying to get into the stonks and stuff and just learn more about it.
Yeah.
I got numbers for if you were to invest in the war stocks at the beginning of the 20-year war in Afghanistan.
Oh, wow.
Your return on Boeing would be 798%. Your return on Raytheon, which makes all the weapons. So Boeing makes like the jets, and I think
Boeing also makes bombs.
Yeah, and then Raytheon.
that's the problem. People think Boeing just makes luxury jets.
No, they make fighter jets.
bombs.
They make bombs. I think they've made ground vehicles too. Raytheon makes a lot of the drones and weapons. Yeah.
You said Raytheon was the 790 something.
No,
percent?
that was Boeing. 798%.
Okay.
Raytheon's 566%, and Lockheed Martin, who makes literally tanks, fucking jets, like everything else. Your return, if you were to invest at the time, stock price was trading at 30.06. Today it is 356.60. That's a return of 1,102%.
You want to blow your own mind someday? Look up what your stock return would have been if you invested in Trident in the 1940s.
The gum company?
Trident, the German titanium company that built Panzer tanks. That Walt Disney, the fucking Ford guy.
Henry Ford.
I knew it started with an H. Fuck off. And fucking Prescott Bush invested in it, even though George H.W. was fighting in World War II. Prescott, his dad, was like, I'm gonna invest in the Germans. Fuck my son.
Yeah, he knew it.
Dude,
he knew what was going on.
If the Germans would have won the war, Disney would have been way big. Dude, you think Kingdom Hearts would have had any Final Fantasy characters in it? I think not, sir.
You'd have been Sora. You'd have been Sora fighting along Hitler as your buddy and fucking.
Your best friend would have been Adolf Hitler instead of Riku. Come on, Hitler, let's go. Let's fight this enemy.
Did you see the Hitler story arc? That shit was crazy.
The enemy is Uncle Sam. You're like, come on, Hitler, let's go. Let's fucking kill this.
Hitler, use your gas attack.
Let's get this capitalist scum.
I can see that.
This democratic piece of shit. Let's
Also,
get him.
Rod Rizzle says RT News says Taliban arresting people with rocket launchers.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds like Taliban.
Yo, you got a rocket launcher? Boom, straight to jail.
No, he's
straight to jail.
He's saying they're arresting people. Instead of pointing a pistol at them, they're pointing a rocket launcher at them.
Yeah. Put the rocket launcher
Put the money
down.
on the account. No, they're holding the rocket launcher, saying you're under arrest.
It's the other way around, Dylan.
Oh, okay. Read that completely backwards. It's confusing. Did you see arresting people with rocket launchers? You could see how I would get confused there.
Oh, I could see it.
Yeah, I was watching RT News all day.
That's way more badass, by the way. That is way more cool, okay? That's way more badass.
Best way to get arrested and then beheaded.
Yeah.
No, but I was watching RT News all day today just because they're the only uncoveted, or not uncoveted, what the fuck is the word? Uncensored news source that reports 24/7 and it's live on YouTube. Fun stuff. I don't know, man. I don't have a whole lot more. It's gonna be like a growing issue, and if it doesn't grow, I'd be way happy if it doesn't. If we never have to talk about this again.
Hey, Rye Rizzle, thank you for fucking hopping in. Respect for Tama, bro.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna come down and check it out. Fucking hot ass pizza joint.
That's a Sea Rabbits. We'll all go get pizza together sometime.
Violence breeds violence.
Dylan said he's buying.
Repression breeds retaliation.
But yeah, we'll catch you, all you fine young men, women, gentlemen, gentlewomen, undefined sexual genders next week.
He says go get Subway. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna go get Subway.
Later.
Those folks who were responsible have been held accountable.
Develops weapons of mass destruction.
now.